Is your child or a child that you know struggling with obesity? Well, CBS News in a new article says that those children should just get surgery or be placed on a drug treatment for weight loss. Not making this up. Let's get into it. So here's this new article from CBS News titled, "Consider Drugs and Surgery Early for Obesity in Kids. New Guidelines Say Waiting Doesn't Work." Clown world. Let's keep reading. It says, children struggling with obesity should be evaluated and treated early and aggressively, including with medications for kids as young as 12 and surgery for those as young as 13, according to new guidelines released Monday. The long-standing practice of watchful waiting or delaying treatment to see whether children and teens outgrow or overcome obesity on their own only worsens the problem that affects more than 14.4 million young people in the United States, researchers say. Left untreated, obesity can lead to lifelong health problems, including high blood pressure, diabetes, and depression. According to a doctor, Dr. Enely, she says waiting doesn't work. What we see is a continuation of weight gain and the likelihood that they'll have obesity in adulthood. I've got to take a beat here. So we all know obesity is a problem in the United States of America in particular. It says here that obesity affects 20% of kids and teens in the United States and 42% of adults. But where are we now that working out and eating right is no longer a solution to obesity? We're really running away from our problems here and running away from defining what are issues and how do we solve them. And I can't help but think that this is just yet another denial of reality that's going to come to really infect the minds of young children. We saw it with gender theory. Now we're telling kids that if you feel a little bit of discomfort with your body, or you feel like you might have been born in the wrong body because we've given you this idea that you have been, now the treatment is not seeing a psychiatrist or a psychologist and talking to them, working through it, and talking about the acceptance of your body the way it is. Instead, it's about undergoing treatment, being placed on puberty blockers, being placed on hormone replacement therapy, undergoing surgery and mutilation of your body in order to achieve what your delusion is telling you. And with obesity, now we're saying, at least admitting that obesity is a problem, but saying, this is a problem that we're not going to fix holistically. It's not a problem that we are going to fix with lifestyle. In fact, many of these articles go on to state that obesity is not a lifestyle issue. It's in fact a biological problem. So it has nothing to do with the amount of exercise that you're getting, has nothing to do with what food you're putting in your body and how your body is processing that food. It is just biology that's creating record rates of obesity in the United States of America among kids and teens and among adults, with 42% of adults experiencing this. And what they're prescribing in this article, and they're saying is a healthy alternative to diet and exercise, Wegovy. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with what Wegovy is, it is a weekly injection that you get that helps you sustain weight loss. You can check out their website here. And it's famously used by celebrities. Kim Kardashian is on a weight loss injection, and that's how she achieved the very skinny body that she has now. Mindy Kaling from The Office was on weight loss injections, although is claiming to have done it through diet and exercise. Elon Musk openly admits on the internet to having been on Wegovy, a weight loss injection medication. So clearly this is not healthy. It's not the right thing to do. That if you cannot achieve a healthy body with your lifestyle, which we are all capable of doing if we truly try, instead we'll just put you on an injection. And it just goes to show where we are right now as a society. Instead of facing problems, admitting that they're problems, and saying, yes, there can be something that we can do about this with our lifestyle, with the way we act, with the way we exercise and eat. No, let's just put you on an injection and that will solve everything. Big Pharma is going to solve all your problems, and we will then feed ourselves into a cycle of constant chronic illness and disease. But Big Pharma and Daddy Government is going to be there to solve it for you. I mean, the laundry list of problems that we're now experiencing as far as our health is concerned, that Big Pharma just tells you we're going to throw a pill at that and that'll be the solution to all of your issues. The list goes on and on and on for miles, and now we can add weight loss to that because it's no longer changing mindset. It's no longer changing lifestyle. It's no longer doing something good for yourself. It's throwing a pill or an injection out of it and making some guy who's eating healthy and exercising every day rich with the money that you are giving them for not doing those things.
This weather report brought to you by Pfizer.
Today's countdown to the royal wedding is brought to you by Pfizer.
And now a CBS Sports Update brought to you by Pfizer.
Meet the Press Data Download brought to you by Pfizer.
This portion of CBS This Morning sponsored by Pfizer.
And it seems to be just a sore subject to talk about obesity in this light. I know a lot of people get very sensitive around the subject matter, and it's a topic that has long brought about very wicked debates. But now it seems as though this is something that's celebrated. And when it's not celebrated, it can be fixed with an injection. I recall an article that I wanted to bring up and talk about called "The Racist Roots of Fighting Obesity," saying that prescribing weight loss to Black women ignores barriers to their health. Basically, that Black women are not obese due to lifestyle and the choices that they're making. They're obese due to their environment that they're living in, due to social factors and racism that we've created for them. Notice how nobody wants to be honest when it comes to this subject. Not a single person. They don't want to be honest when it comes to children. They don't want to be honest when it comes to Black people. They don't want to be honest when it comes to the body positivity movement and the fact that we are quite literally asking people and encouraging them to be obese. We want to run from it in any way we can and justify the reason that we're in the state that we're in, even though other countries are not dealing with this issue at the rate that we're dealing with it. And I'll read this paragraph from this article. Chronic diseases such as diabetes or heart conditions are mislabeled lifestyle diseases when behaviors are not the central problem. Questionable. Difficult life circumstances cause diseases. In other words, the predominant reason Black women get sick is not because they eat the wrong things, but because their lives are often stressful and their environments are often polluted. How many excuses do you have to make for people instead of just telling them what the real issue is? And the real issue is often lifestyle. And how do we test these things? How do we figure out whether or not these are lifestyle diseases? We change our lifestyles and we see if our bodies change with the behaviors. And guess what? More often than not, in fact, all the time, when it comes to obesity, changing your lifestyle and diet, unless you have PCOS or some other disorder that is causing your obesity, the obesity is taken care of. So why are we feeling the need to skirt the issue, blame it on other things, blame it on environmental factors, and then when we do decide it's an issue, as we are apparently deciding with this CBS article saying we'll fix it with an injection? It's ridiculous. We need to take ownership for the way our lifestyles affect our bodies and affect our health. And we certainly need to do so as adults so that we can lead by example for children. Because children right now, these children that they're talking about, age 12, age 13, they're not capable of advocating for themselves, of knowing what is healthy and what is the right body to be in. We need to let them know what that is. We need to let them know what health looks like. Can you imagine having an obese child and just placing them on injections once a week to have it go away? We need to make real lifestyle changes to fix this issue. And it's an issue that other countries are not dealing with. I cannot reiterate that enough. Anyways, guys, those are my thoughts on this article, and we're going to see more like this. You're going to see obesity being blamed on climate change. You're going to see obesity being blamed on the food market and in the supply chain. You're going to see obesity being blamed on racism. You're going to see obesity being blamed on sexism. There's so many different things that we can place blame, and it's never on ourselves. Oh, tough topic. Guys, please like, subscribe, click the notification bell to be notified every single time we post a new video for you guys, and let me know your thoughts on this article. Would you place your child on a Wegovy shot or Ozempic because they're obese? Or would you try to make lifestyle choices for yourself and for your children? I hope the latter. I really do. I hope this article is not tricking anybody to placing their child on these treatments and lining the pockets of big pharma executives who don't want to see your children be healthy. They just want to see more money in their pockets. Whew. Bye, guys.